Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is the rise of Cornoe and we're busy building out the new iron mines here in Vasistavi. And I think we're pretty much ready to go. Everything is built. I've run it a little bit just so that we can also get out of winter. So winter should stop, or the snow should go away in about 7 days' time. So we can have a bit of a look at how the range looks like in the winter. There we go. It's actually pretty impressive. And I do think our towns and things look quite nice in the winter, but obviously very difficult to see as we are playing. So that's kind of part of the issues. Our rail tracks is finished. Got everything built. In the meantime, I've also built a bit of a gas station over here and a technical services facility to pick up some stuff and drop off the waste in this area so we can bring a waste train in. This can run, I believe we've got, our separator over there, so everything should work fine. We can buy a train and we can start bringing people in to come and work here. As you can see by all of these lights, we are powered up and ready to go. I would like to store, this will be iron. Iron will be stored there, and iron ore will be stored over here, right? All of these things are ready to go. Now, what I might do is I might switch off the first one here, and at the same time, I might switch off the first, well, not that it's really going to matter. We can walk, right? We can walk to the station quite easily. Yeah, so everybody should get their stuff. But let's switch off the first two. So the first, that mine and these two iron ore processing plants, and then we'll switch these on as we go. We're already starting to... Ooh, why? This is not good. I didn't want to do that, actually. I didn't want to do that, actually. Quickly pause this here so I can quickly... Yeah, see, I messed up, man. I messed up. So please, mixed waste should go here. Everything else should not go here. So this guy, I'm going to need a truckload to just move it out. So let me grab that truck that's currently moving some stuff from over here to somewhere else. Got fertilizers and the right stuff over here. Fertilizers are full, right? So we need to do something with fertilizer. That's a bit of a challenge. But before we get to doing something with fertilizer, can I just get this vehicle, which is still kind of doing this thing? So please go. Actually, now instead of going there, you can quickly pop in over here for me. Load up on the biological waste, clear that out, and then go and actually load up on mixed waste drop. Yeah. Load up on biological waste. And over here, please come and unload the biological waste for me. So please do that. Make your way. Okay, yeah. Is that a... Oh, that's the line. Didn't really want to do that. Now it's a line that doesn't do anything. Oh my god. Show me the vehicle, please. Oh, no. The vehicle is still on the line and is now going to do what we're asking for. Right, mixed waste drop, and it's going to go and load. Yeah, so no. Head off over there and go and do your thing. Okay. At least that seems logical. Now, there's still a heating problem with the police station. Yeah, I know. It's these in the industrial area, which I'm not providing heating for just because they're so few and far between. Okay, 2 more days of snow, and then we'll get rid of the snow, and we'll be able to switch these things on. Now, what we do need to do is do something with some of these things, right? So we have got... we're practically full on plastic, right? So let's have a quick look what we have here in terms of vehicles. They can't move plastics. So I'll grab one of these guys and just move it over here to this distribution facility. And here what we're going to say is you're going to, at the recycling plant, you're going to... Okay, well, let's wait for the truck to come in. We'll do that. Now, what we also need to do is we need to do something with fertilizer. So if I were to have a quick look at here, prices. If I look at fertilizer, it's really not something we want to sell. It's gonna be painful. But if we don't sell it, we really can't do anything else with it. Right? Ultimately we're gonna have to just do that. We don't need a ton of vehicles, I think. So maybe just the one then to just run it. But at the moment, all of this is kind of clogged up and not moving because of that. So give me one of these, one waste truck. I'll move you to this one here. We'll pause it for a second while we set up that too. What you're going to do is you're going to load up fertilizer, please. And then I have no use for fertilizer, right? There's nothing else we can do with fertilizer. And then we're going to head off over there and we're just going to go and unload the fertilizer, wait until unloaded. And I guess that is it, really. So we're just going to have the one do that just so that we continue to make a little bit of room in there for biological waste. Everything else is kind of running. These are working. And I have finished off a few more things. And I've added a heat exchanger in here because we were seeing that some of these buildings were not getting what they needed. Now, let's quickly have a look at which buildings can get where. So they can't actually get there. They can get to this side, but not really to the other side. I also noticed that we're not really seeing loyalty here. So it means that we have no secret police building. So what I thought, I'll get a secret police building over here. This side is going to be other buildings because we're closer to the pollution. So that's basically the situation there. Now let's grab. Where do we have this? Police stations, crime and justice. Police station, secret police station, small secret police station. I think a small one is probably sufficient, but let's just build a big one because we can, and we need, yeah. No, a small one. Yeah, let's build a small one over here. Small secret police station. I'm not going to build it on this side. We do need to make sure that it is served by water power and the likes. I'm going to build it like something over here, right? Yeah, something like that should be fine. It should be reasonably served by everything. So let's go ahead and do that. At the same time, we may as well extend these paths down here, right? We'll do something like that, just so that at least we can have continue these pathways appropriately. And similarly, I may as well extend this one on this side to go straight through here. We'll do these things, right? We'll get a couple of these paths to be moving. Oh, this building is still under construction. It should be very close to being finished. Okay, now want to switch on all of this stuff, right? I think it's all working, right? We've got sewage, we've got water, we've got power, and we don't need heating over here. Okay, so let's do that. Have we managed to move some of this stuff? Oh, you know what? I do wonder if it's stuck somewhere trying to unload. Where is this vehicle? Yeah, anyway, that might take a little bit of a while to just sort out. Anyway, these guys aren't building anything, so I guess we're finished. Okay, let's buy a train. And actually, before we do that, I think we can move in people over here, right? They can get to the food. So let's allow people to move in on this side. What is this? This is fine. Okay, so let's allow citizens to move in, please. Similarly over here, allow citizens to move in. So we're immediately getting citizens to move in here, moving away from their their parents, and they're starting to come and work over here. This guy, does it have access to it? No. So we do now need to start looking at building an additional, and I'm thinking maybe over here somewhere, so that we, or even this corner here might be a good idea. Let's get another shopping center going. Shopping center. I don't like this one because it's only got the single factory connection. I want something with lots of factory connections. And even the big one doesn't have the factory connections that I'm after. But the small shopping centers do. I guess we'll just continue to do some small, no, not that one. How about this one? This one's okay. Is that the same one we built over there? Yeah, that's the same one there. So let's try the other one. So we'll try and get a little bit of variation and variety into it. Can we... We don't have water here, so we'll need to extend our water connections. Just have a quick look at where that's at. Actually, it's underground. Yeah, we're ready to go with water here. It's not a problem. We may as well even get water from the other side, but that's not really the intention. So let's get ourselves a bit of a water facility. So we want a water substation, maybe in this location over here. That should be just fine. In the corner here, we'll do that. We'll do I think we need to do a sewage stop as well at some point. So we'll do. Just have a look at which way is up and which way is down. I think this is high ground. That's lower ground. So that should be just fine. I think. Let's get a couple of things over there. Now, for the sewage, we need to extend the switches. So let's go underground, just see where we have our switches. We've got the big guy, so let's get a continuation of this guy over here. Maybe just on the other side there. In that corner spot. Yeah, that's fine. We will go and extend from the center, please. No, you gotta be kidding me. This is high. Oh, man. It's painful. Yeah, it is high. Okay, well, if that's the case, what we'll do is we'll just put a little pump in here. I'm not gonna, do crazy things here. So what we'll do is we'll just slot in one of these guys here. And I believe that should solve our problem. It'll go into the center over there, and this one will quite easily tie into that. There we go. So we'll just have that. This should be... I did check that it's powered, right? Yeah, it is powered. Okay, all good. Now let's get that one. So that one can start construction. This one can start construction. Now what we also need to do is have a look at the fall from here to there. If I go back, try that again. So does this one work? Yeah, this one does work. So that's okay. So what I might do is I might just do a small switch. I just do a small switch over there. We'll tie this one in like so, and tie that one in like so, and we'll get these two to move. So that should give us all that kind of action there. And now we just need to do a very similar thing with the water. So what I'll do is I'll put a water switch. Do you think we can go over the top of that? Let's have a look. If I were to do that, yeah, that does work. So let's do a water switch there. And we'll get that to move. And there we go. So that should provide us all the reasonable pieces that we need before we have asked people to come and move in here. We'll do this and that so people can start the construction process here. Similarly, we'll do this and that so they can start the construction process on this side also. Just tie all of this in for construction, please. Okay, that's already moving. Oh, we've got some new pavers ready to go, and that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's a starting point for us. Pop this out. This is all working. We would like to see it's working, but it's struggling to stay ahead of things. I do think the dissipation is working pretty well. Okay, and over here we still have a queue. Well, barely have a queue. So let's have a look. Fill up the queue with a little bit more in terms of the vehicle replacement thing. So yeah, we're showing everything, please. And we have we've got to sort by vehicle age, please. So we're still looking for a few rollers. So let's add a couple of rollers to the mix here, please. Rollers. So let's grab two more rollers in there. How many pavers do we still need? We still need a few more pavers. That's okay. So we'll get a couple more pavers as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should do the trick there. Fire trucks. We still need another fire truck as well. The old styles will get another couple there. We do need to have a look at some of these other ones now. So that gives us a bit of a queue to work with. Though I do want to get some snow plows as well, because we now have a new technical services facility that needs some snow plows. So grab me a couple of snow plows also, just to have them ready to go. There is a snow plow sitting here idle. Okay, so let's just move this one to this facility over here. So we at least have a snow plow ready to go. Okay, that should do the trick. Now this guy is now it's turned into fertilizer. So now this guy can't actually pick it up anymore. This guy. So let's just find this other vehicle. This other vehicle is somewhere stuck with something, right? So where's this vehicle? So this is the vehicle. It's not doing anything. So go to there, pick up fertilizer, please. Wait until you load it. And then instead of going there, just go to the border and sell it, please. So we can get rid of that. So go to the border, and at the border, please just unload your fertilizer. Wait until you're unloaded. And what we'll do is we'll clear that one out. And you go into that direction, please. So go and get the fertilizer out of there. It should be straightforward. And then we can switch the stuff on. Okay, get ourselves a train. We don't have a train production line just yet, which is something that we'll start working on in the not too distant future. But our money is looking good, so buying a train is not a problem. Now, train sets. Now, we are running this guy. We could run something a little bit quicker with a few more passengers. I think it might be useful to do so. This one is not quicker, but it does more passengers. Because we're running mines over there, I think, okay, let's just make sure we're all electrified. This is 110, 605, 416. How many people work in a mine? Let's just check. I think it's like 200, isn't it? In a mine, 250, so 530, 530, 560. So a train with 560 can fill up all the spots there. One more thing. Let's just have a look at. We need a fire station in this area as well. Let's start construction on a fire station ASAP. We do have the helicopter that can get here, but I think that's not necessarily gonna be good enough. So I'd rather get a fire station. 2 vehicles is maybe not sufficient. 4 vehicles, I think, is a good idea. 7, 8, 6, 4, 5. Maybe this one. Yeah, maybe this one. We need it somewhere. I think this spot makes sense, actually. Let's look at the contours quickly. Yeah, we'll need to. I think that's fine. Okay, so let's grab everybody. We'll get construction underway over here. Okay, so let's get construction moving on the fire station as well, so that we can at least have something that can sort out our industrial fires over in this area. So yeah, that's okay. Let's get rid of that again. And now, okay, so 560 workers. If we can have a train with 560 workers, we'll fill up the entire thing. So let's go train sets. train sets, but I'm keen on the 120, but that's a little light. 600 is the one. They're very pricey, where these guys are pretty cheap to run. I think I might just go back to the cheap variety, right? I'm not. I could run I could run this guy. Let's buy a couple of them. I mean, this will no. Let's buy these guys. So I'm buying 2 of these guys. Okay, and what we'll do is we set up a new line. The line is from here, Basistavi train platform, where we're going to load up on workers, please. Any kind of workers. You're going to pop into Basistavi range train platform, and you're going to unload all of your workers, right? There we go. In and out. Now, and then after that, you're going to pop back into the rail end station. And now we'll view the line details, and we'll say Basistavi range workers. Right? There we go. Save it, and we'll do it. We'll do it. Now, we also want to apply it to the other one. Right? So we should have both these trains. Can I reset the line as well? The Basistavi range workers. There we go. Okay, so with all of that in mind, what we'll do is we'll start this one and we'll start that one, and they should be heading off doing their thing. And we will start mining the iron. And that's going to be a good spot for us. Now, can we please get rid of this? Where is the vehicle that's supposed to be getting rid of this? Where is that vehicle? Honestly, did I not do? I obviously didn't do this properly. Where there's a vehicle somewhere, right? All related vehicles, I guess. No, it doesn't actually show you the related vehicles coming to this place. What is this? This is bringing in fertilizer from the industrial transfer. So let's just name this stuff so that we can figure out what's going on. I hate it when I lose a vehicle. So this one is Basistavi fertilizer. Basistavi fertilizer collection. I ought to say fertilizer collection. Okay, so that's the one, right? So we want vehicles associated, not with this one anymore because it's moved. Okay, so now let's have a quick look. Is anything associated with this one? No. So I'm definitely missing a vehicle somewhere. Okay, so this guy is running from Basistavi fertilizer collection, and it's going to come and sell it over here. Now that's fine. I'm missing a vehicle on a line somewhere that is supposed to be running some stuff, but it's not, right? This is all working again. So that's good. This guy is dropping ash off somewhere. So that's good. This is happening over here. There should be workers ready to go. Yeah, workers are available. Our fire station is being built. I am so frustrated with that. So frustrated. Give me another one because I've lost the vehicle. It's running up and down somewhere, doing absolutely nothing. Hang on. Maybe I should look at lines. Let's look at lines for trucks, and it's the Basistavi fertilizer. No, not that one. Novigrad, Basistavi mixed waste drop. There we go. Ah, yeah. That's completely wrong. That's completely wrong. So it's not this one. Okay. Hang on. So, Basistavi mixed waste drop. No. So what you need to do is go there, right? Clear this one out. Pick up fertilizer over here. Okay, there we go. So hopefully now we luckily the lines was there to help. Now we need to make sure this is starting to run, right? No workers at the moment, but they should get here soon. There goes our first trainload of workers. Only 75 of them, but we should sort that out pretty soon. I think this is all working now. We do need to build forward construction offices so that we can make sure everything is maintained, right? That's the other big issue. Is the road built? No, we're still working on it. Here comes our workers. So there we go. We should now be... What's happening? Oh, yeah. They're running straight through, right? So what's happening is you're filling up over here. Okay, beautiful. You're running straight through. Our very first iron production is starting up. Excellent. There's plenty to fill up over here and over here. So that is a good idea. We'll start doing that. The second train has arrived also. And so there you can see we are now properly mining iron ore. And this should be filling up nicely. Look at that. That's good numbers over there. So in this episode, we should also divert at least one of our import trains, or an import train or add a train. Maybe not divert a train, but we'll add a train to sort that out. Okay, all of this is built. So give me what did I want? I wanted a shopping center. So give me the small shopping center. This one. I think we were going to do here. I think I'm going to do it like this. I think I'm going to... Oh, I don't want to... Probably not quite like that. Because I need to make use of some of these... Maybe we could do... Okay, if we flip it around again. Yeah, maybe we could do... Oh, no, again. We want to do something like this. So maybe we'll do something like that. Get it connected to power over there. Okay, so let's do that. That one will connect up over here, so it will at least have that going for it. We will grab ourselves the road connection. We'll run it out this way and tie it in over there. Now, what we'll also do is we'll have to get ourselves a couple of storage facilities. So grab me the food one. So this is maybe step one over here. We'll do that. Oh, that's the meat one. Sorry, not food, meat. And then on the other side, there's something a little bit more robust. We don't need bigger per se, but a little bit more robust looking at least. So then this is the next step here. Okay, so we should have a pretty good setup there, and then we want a road cargo station. For how many vehicles? 4 vehicles. 2 vehicles is sufficient. And then we'll do this. So this is a nice little square setup that should be pretty reasonable. Okay, so if we do that, that's do that. We can put a couple of trees in the middle there. So now this area here, we can also then get going with some road connectivity. And what we'll maybe do, instead of the very robust grid we've been running thus far, we'll get a slightly improved connection point here. But I think maybe what we'll do is we will do the same thing on this side, in that we will, just straighten it up a little bit as it gets there. So we'll do that. We'll get everybody to start the construction journeys. These guys should be good road builders, and what we'll do is we'll get the helicopters to start work on everything else, really. Yeah, get the helicopters on everything so that we can start getting this little area in place here. Wow, here they come. Okay, now, good. Now, if we go back, we should see everything here moving. This guy has finished off, right? So no more fertilizer. Go ahead and dump it over there. We'll keep an eye on it. This guy is bringing back this stuff. This is mixed waste only being stored over here. Thank you. And this is filling up. This is filling up. Okay, let's get a train in place so that... Hang on. Let's have a quick look at what's going on over here. Okay, so we've got a couple of buses. Oh, no, no, no. This is a... what is this? Small containers? Small container loading. Okay, let's have a look. We're not building any small container stuff. So, okay, what else do we have here? That is another small container. Okay, so small container. Let's quickly get some small container garbage trucks in the queue. We need to buy something. Let's have a quick look. Waste. Right, we don't have waste. Mark P sewage. Mark P truck. Yeah, so waste. Okay, that's not really helpful. Go back. Let's have a look. So let's show all waste trucks. Right, so we have this big boy, and we've got that one. The Mark P garbage truck. Right. Okay. So let's have a look. So that's 80 kilometers an hour, 9.5 tons. It's very expensive. I'm not going to buy that. We've got the other one, which is equally as expensive. Okay, no. So definitely that's not what we're going to do. We're going to pop in here. We're going to go and say waste trucks. What do we have? These are pretty inexpensive. So what we'd like to do is speed, please. So this is a 10-ton mixed waste with a pretty reasonable speed of 95 kilometers an hour. So, yeah. One seems to be newer, but this one is only a better option. So let's buy that. Put a few of them in the queue, right? So let's get... well, do we need that many? Close it out. Let's get maybe 6 of them. Let's just get 6 of them in the queue. Can we move the queue? Yes, I think they are actually... Let's do that. After you finish that, go back into this and then maybe do a bit of that, and that should be fine. Okay, let's do that so we can get that moving. Got all kinds of bits and pieces ready to go in here. And I'm also pretty keen on getting some more workers on this side, but I don't think we've got workers sitting around idle over here. Yeah, we need to get this complex running so that we can add more people on this side. I just want to check. I'll look at this. Is that picking up on everybody? It is. So I'm pretty keen to duplicate what we have on that side, but on this side instead. Let's grab a few more. What's our happiness things look like? Our numbers are pretty low, to be honest. How many people do we have without a flat? So plenty. We can fill up a lot of workers in here. So if I go here, I take the pickup tool. We'll grab this guy. And now the intent here for me is to... if we were to... So that's running into that direction. So the idea would be that we could run something in this direction. Yeah. I like that. So we'll do that one there. We'll do another one over here, and then we'll flip it around and do this side like so. I think that should be okay. And then we'll do this one, and we'll basically squeeze this one in the corner here. Yeah, I mean it's somewhat symmetric, but it's not actually symmetric, right? That's the idea. So it's at least looking like it belongs, but it doesn't have to be a perfect match for basically what we're doing. Now, we could of course run path down this way as well. I guess as a starting point, let's bring the path up here, right? And then we turn it into the middle. We run it straight up the middle there, and we tie it in over there, and we start construction. On this one, we could start building this out straight away. I guess like so. Okay, so get everybody on these into this. So we keep adding, because what we need now obviously is more workers. Okay, Okay, so now with that in mind, maybe what we need to do is get a sports facility over here as well. Where is our closest sports hall? It's this sports hall is over there. So actually, maybe this should get something like a sports hall right here. Okay, so let's grab that. Let's do that. Grab ourselves a large kind of sports hall. Really? Why am I? Oh, it's these ones. I think that's actually a pretty nice fit there. Let's have a look. I think this will work. So let's level it out a bit beautifully. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Let's get the sports hall in that location. We'll get something culturally in here as well. Something culture. Do we do a concert hall? I think so. I think we'll try and. Not necessarily convinced that's the spot for a concert hall. Maybe it's something. Maybe something a little bit more low key is what we're after. A house of culture, a cinema, a library at least. Amount of visitors. Really? That seems a little bit excessive. That seems really excessive. Anything here that makes sense? Not a museum. Maybe an art gallery. A public theater. A public theater could do. I mean, at the end. I really wouldn't mind squeezing it in over here, but I guess we've got some level of stuff in the way, right? So that would work. It's a little large for what we're trying to do here, but the Republic Theatre is a good idea, I think. The main library, yeah, let's do a main library. I think maybe that's the plan. That feels like it's appropriate to do at the end over here. We could even do some stuff in front of it. Yeah, let's do that. That little path there is going to run into the main library. I think that's fine. Perfect. Let's get up and running with that. We'll also get the helicopters assigned. Get going over there. Okay, so now I just want to see which path are we using for this guy. Not really using a path for this guy, are we? So if we were to kind of run a little... Oh, it really doesn't want to do that. And on this side, we've got some stuff happening. So I guess the idea would be clear out this one here. And then what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll do that. And we'll hug this over here. Okay, hang on. Let's just get rid of this as well. Okay, and what we'll do is we will go around the outside like that. I'm okay with that. Let's do that. And we'll get construction moving on all of these things. Get as many people assigned here as you can. Not too sure that's where I wanted to go with this, to be honest. Let's trim this back a little. Let's trim this back just a little there. Trim that back. Trim that back even more, to be honest, so we can get it to go. Eventually get it to go into this path here. Okay, so let's do that. We'll keep adding whatever we can to this so that we have some construction activities going on there. This is building pretty nicely. Once this road is built, we'll continue there. Okay, now trains for this stuff, right? It's already full. I like it. How's this dealing? It's okay. So waste is adding up. Okay, get me this guy. This guy's no longer necessary there. Bring it to where we had the little spot. Yes, bring it in there. That should be fine. Aha. Okay, now we have built these guys. So this guy over here, we also have the option, right? Because it's newer than our current conditions, we can just click the replace a vehicle button, go to where we have one of those vehicles and say, replace it with that guy. And it immediately, takes on that role for us. So if we have some of these guys that just really, we need a cistern. Okay, we'll have a bit of a look at getting a cistern going. But ultimately, these other trucks that's struggling to be maintained will. We had a bit of a breakdown over here, but somewhat reasonably, we seem to have resolved that. It must have been fixed or something. Okay, but that's okay. That's fine. Now, we do need a cistern, so let's grab ourselves a cistern. So if we go here, right, it's called a cistern, right? A water cistern. We're looking for the oil tanker. That's the version that we're after, but it's also called a cistern over here. Now, let's see what is, in terms of speed, what is newest. I think this one is the one for us because it is very, very cheap based on the fact that we've already purchased the KMZ. And this one holds like 16 tons of liquids, 95 kilometers an hour. This one is pretty good at 25 tons, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead, grab this guy, put a few of them in the queue, please. So if we go and say, what was that? It was an oil tanker. So let's grab, put 4 of them in the queue, please. So we're ready for that as well. Okay, let's pop in. We'll continue quickly with this. Let's just do one more look at this stuff. We are sorting by age, so we are waiting on a fire truck, right? Yeah, fire truck should be out soon to sort that out. Then some of these will come through as well. So we need some prison buses. Let's have a quick look what we have. Look at these guys. Big fire trucks. Prison bus. It's called the prison bus, right? Let's go over here, have a look. Is it called? Yeah, it's called a prison bus. So here we've got a nice old big variety of them. They're all... Okay, so let's just see what is... I don't even know how we should sort this. But anyway, we'll have a look. They're not a lot to look through. So the newest ones are these 1997 versions. We're using these ones, the 97 ones. 100 kilometers, 95, 32. How many? What's the capacity? 10, 13, 5, 6, 18. This one might be the one for us to get as much out of it as we can. These look the part a little bit better, and it gets us. This is 80 kilometers an hour. This is 95. I'm gonna go with these guys just because they look like prison ones. Okay, so we'll get that. So we'll grab a couple of them. All right. So if we go with prison buses, we want at least a couple of prison buses there. And in the auto replacement, we need to remember to say that this guy needs to be replaced by that guy once it's available. This guy needs to be replaced by that guy once it's available. This guy needs to be replaced with that guy once it's available. And this guy needs to be replaced with that guy when it's available. The dumpers need to be replaced by dumpers. The covered hulls need to be replaced by covered hulls. This is covered hulls as well, no? Refrigerator. Okay, well, let's get ourselves the refrigerators as well. So the refrigerator trucks, again, we'll just go with the KMZ variety so that we pay a fraction of what we would be paying for it. So we'll grab that guy and we'll add a couple of these refrigerator trucks to the... Oh, no, we don't want to buy. We want to add a couple of refrigeration trucks to the mix. Grab 2 of them. And you, my friend, refrigeration goes here. Once that's ready, this guy needs to be replaced by that guy. Interesting that they want to give us the big one, right? What is this? This is a... What is this? This is a small container. No, we're definitely not doing that. So for small container, it's this one. Police cars. Do we have police cars? We don't. Police cars are getting pretty old. Oh, there we go. Waste trucks have been replaced. So police cars are getting pretty old. So let's get police cars going. Ooh, let's look at what the Western variety of police cars is. So police cars. Look at these guys. Can we get something cool? 180, 160, 165, 180. This one. Japanese one. Swedish. West Germany. And a box type. Lander box type. I think this one. I think that one. Grab this one. Just for funsies. Okay, so we grab ourselves one of those. So now we can set up few police cars. Like 4 of them. Yeah. And for police cars, we will be replacing with these NATO types. Okay, cool. Okay, I think we'll leave it there for a bit. Now we need to find. Okay, so if we, where do we? Okay, let's just figure out what we're doing. This is full. Okay, but what do we have? So we've got this guy, rail imports, actively going to import these. Okay, so this is currently running through there. I'm not going to mess with that because that's our backup. So what I will do is I'll buy a train to be running back and forth and bring our own product here. All I might do is say at the Novigrad rail imports, only really import iron ore when you are lower than, say, maybe 40%, right? So we'll do, or 50 even. Okay, but so let's grab it. Let's buy a train. So we want an electric locomotive as a starting point. We want value. We want speed. Okay. So if we look at these guys, 160 is what we're after, right? Really, 160 is the one for us. These are pretty cheap, right? So we've been using the class 350, which is pretty cheap with a lot of power, and it's running at 160 kilometers an hour. Right? These are more powerful but slower. So I guess these should work. This one is, well, we'll sort that out when we start building our own. Then we'll decide which of these we're going to do. We're going to go with, maybe we even go with a US version or a Western version. A German locomotive should be pretty good. I'm kind of wondering whether, yeah, anyway. For the time being, we'll buy one of these. We'll then go with some cargo wagons. And in this case, we are after hoppers. So, after a hopper, where's the hoppers? Open hopper, a falls open hopper. So, this one carries 72 tons. I think we'll go with the more modern style here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. That gives us 432 tons. What is the speed of this vehicle? Sorry, what is the speed of this? This doesn't have a speed limit associated with it. I must be thinking of another game. So what's the length of this vehicle, though? If we check here, its length is 98 meters, which I think is about the length that we're working with. This should be fine to cover more. Should we do a slightly longer train? Longer trains are dangerous because we're not really built for it. No, let's just do this guy. And what we'll say is we'll set up its line saying to pop in over here. Load up. I need to change that name. Load up on iron. Okay. wait until you are loaded. Okay. And then your next stop is over here, where we would be unloading iron. Wait until you are unloaded. And that's it, right? That is as simple as that. So we'll set up this line as the Vasistavi range iron. Vasistavi range iron. Why is this vehicle parked here? Did I buy something by accident? Where did this vehicle come from? Anyway, save it and start it. There we go. Now we're starting that. Where did this vehicle come from? It's a lesser workers line. Why is it going there? Why did it... Is it popping in for repairs? What's it? It shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. It's all weird. It's all weird. Now we have two vehicles over here that needs a bit of TLC, and it's just because we don't have something. Okay, so let's get ourselves. We don't have a. Okay, hang on. We don't have a vehicle fixer upper station thing over here. So vehicle maintenance, a vehicle repair station. We'll get ourselves a medium vehicle. Small vehicle repair station, because next to this this area here, it's actually pretty good, but I don't think we've got the... Yeah, we don't really have the room to maneuver, so I guess it's not going to go there. We could... It's not going to be helpful in any of these locations, so... And over here, it's not going to be helpful either, because we've got so few things. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna... let's just get it somewhere over here. You could always build something next to it there. We'll give ourselves a little bit of room at least. This side is a little bit more industrial in nature, and we should be able to get workers here, right? To be a little cautious about that. This side looks like it's the spot for us. Just need to make sure we can get our workers here, but I think we'll be fine. So let's pop this one in there. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, that's gonna be... Gonna be fine. I'm gonna place it there. It'll help sort some stuff out. We want a small little warehouse for it as well. So give us that, and we need to finish off this episode fairly soon. We want a small warehouse over here. Pretty sure that will do the trick. Then we could put a little depot on this side actually, whereby we will actually drop off vehicles and things over here. Let's grab a vehicle depot. It's a small one. Do we have... These are in stations, right? I don't think I've... Oh yeah, these are road vehicle depots. 10 road vehicles. So we could do something like this, right? Get ourselves a... And that's where they'll be repaired from. Let's do that. So we'll get a few things. So we can actually pop something, send something here to be repaired. We do need a little bit of this. So we would want Lessa to please come and work on all of these things. We want the helicopters to do their thing over here as well. And what we also need to do is just make sure that we are, in fact, operable. So what do we do? Do we actually run it like this? I think so. And what I'll also do is I will clear this one out for the time being. And we'll do that. And we'll do this, right? Get that moving. We do need to bear in mind there's some other stuff happening as well. So let's just make sure that we're getting this constructed also, so that we can get that vehicle repair station up and running in this area where we're struggling a little bit with it. Now, are we starting to see some deliveries here? Where is our train? How long is this train? 144. So we could have added at least a couple onto it. Where's my train? These are workers. These are workers. Is that my train? No, that's a waste train. Here it is. Here it comes. This is the one, the Vasastavi range iron train. It's nice and quick. It's nice and short. And I believe it just did a delivery over here. So let's just keep that one running back and forth, bringing our own iron to our facility. Our population is struggling a lot. This is all built, huh? All built. The only thing that we're missing, and I might quickly just fund these two so I can set this up, because this is working. It's got nothing actually on. Nothing's actually happening here. Ooh, what I also need here probably is something a little bit like this. But what we'll do is let's grab the other variety. Now let's do that so that we can also do this. And maybe this one doesn't need to have lights on it. That, and then what we'll do is we'll do this, and we'll get these guys to move as well. And once we get that going, we should be able to get its waste to go over here. We want this one, and we want that one to be built. And now that these are in, I'll quickly just get the distribution office locally down here, which is getting a little bit far away, I must say, to come and bring us some stuff up here so that we can get this one sorted as well. So come on over here. I'll pause it for a second while we have a look at this. Yeah, so it's trying to drop some stuff off. Please come and unload whatever you need to unload up to about 50%. This is going to be cold storage. We're going to limit the amounts. We're going to go with 0, 0, 0, 0, 50, 25, 0, 0, 0, 50, and that's 40, 50, yeah, so plus 60, and 0, and that's 1, right? Oh, good. So now it will kind of drop off everything it needs in this area, and hopefully that built quickly, and all good, right? So that should work. This guy needs some, it needs some level care, and we also need some vehicles here. So let's quickly add some vehicles to the list there. Secret police style vehicles. Let's quickly have a look. Also, again, let's do with the Western ones again. We go with cars. Personal cars. Now, what can we get that's super cool? Not really. Mars C120. That kind of looks the part if we can have it in black. It's like a Mercedes, old E-Class. So let's do the Mars C124. Let's do the Mars C124. We'll buy that one. Look at the Beetle. We'll buy that one. The other one is this Mars Ponton. There's a slightly, I think, an older version of it. But what we'll do is we're going to grab this one. And what we'll do is we'll put a couple of them in the line here. If we go with personal cars, we'll do about 6 of them in the line as well. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Our iron mine is up and running, and I don't think we need to activate any more just yet. Let's just get let's just do one more thing. Let's just get a fire engine over there. We don't have any? Oh no. Okay, fire. Fire trucks. Grab me at least 2 of them. Place them first in the queue, please, because we've got snowplows and stuff standing by. Give me a couple of snowplows to go over here, though. There's one there already. We'll get another one, so that's fine. This is all being built. This is up and running, but waste is overflowing. Let's finish off this, okay? I'll just pay for that section. You need to... oh, this doesn't go. Okay, do that. Do that. Get those going. That's fine over there. That's okay. We don't have what we need in terms of garbage collection. So if we were to do... could probably do a little path back to the back here. Okay, let's do that. Let's quickly get that one going as well. So if we were to say do this, right? Will this actually work? That's my question. If I did that, right? Can I very quickly just tie them in like this and like that? I can. Okay. And then what we'll do is we won't get a gravel. We'll get, we're running gravel here already. Okay, well, let's do that then. Let's continue this. Let's just see what our contours here look like. We did this, right? And then we tied that one in over there and this one over here. We did this and we said, guys, come and build these things ASAP. We'll get some helicopters out here to come and help. This should go pretty quickly. And the other thing that we want to do is just get this path going. There we go. And this actually, them I'll have to pay for. We won't get the helicopters in there. We also won't get anybody else in there. So that should look pretty natural. So that's kind of the spot where we'll take the garbage and hopefully we can pick it up. Yeah, this is also where we can fix that section. And all good. This is dissipating pretty nicely. This is managing reasonably, but it is a bit of it's a bit tight over here. So we're already, I think, out of it. We're already at capacity with our waste management. It's kind of oh, these are being built. Okay. This is already built. So let's just start the next pieces. This. That can move. Hold it. Use the can over here so that we can start work on the next batch, basically. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button as always. I will see you then in the next episode. So, yeah. Do leave your comments down below. Any suggestions, naming, and the likes. I do need to change that to some stuffy something. But yeah, comments, names, suggestions, anything, please leave them down below. Tell me what we should be working on next. And yeah, there's a few things that we still need to do. I did spend a little bit of time in between episodes just to canal up a little bit more over here so that we can jump into that as we go. But anyway, there's still plenty for us to do. See you next time. Bye-bye.